Hello, welcome to New Spirit TV. I'm here at the Tattershall Castle Boat with therapeutic counsellor Andre Smith. Welcome, how are you?
I'm very good today, thank you.
It's nice to see you.
And you?
Tell me about your counselling work. What brought you to this work?
It was never a decision I made in the past, I'm going to be a counsellor. I think it's just sometimes the way I've zigzagged through life, trying on many different sort of working incarnation hats. And it was a sort of, I'd say it was a natural progression in a funny way. I've worked in a lot of very different arenas where you learn the ways, the language, the culture of the sort of people. And one thing that I learnt about myself, because I think you learn about yourself by the way people comment back to you, was my sort of ability to connect with people. And I'm one of those people who would always end up in a cafe hearing the life story of a complete stranger, and my natural curiosity would always be, tell me more, and how did this happen? So when I began to sort of look at that and listen to all the comments, people would say, you're a great listener and I just feel I can talk. I just thought I'd try one of those introductory courses that you do for counselling. And on that first day in that introductory course, I felt like a baby duck going into water for the first time, unsure of the terrain, but kind of coded by nature to know what to do. So I stayed afloat, and it began there, really.
It was very natural for you?
Yeah, completely, yeah.
So you're very empathic?
Yes, I think I am, and I think if I look back, I think I always was. I don't think I'd heard of that word perhaps before going into sort of counselling, but I think that's one of the sort of elements or the dimensions of me as a person. Yeah, I think it was there naturally.
You're very central based, hence your website, mycentrallondoncounsellor.com or .co.uk?
.com, mycentrallondoncounsellor.com, yes, yeah.
Right, so do you work just in London or do you work outside of London?
I seem to concentrate in London, really. I don't really work outside of London, or I haven't had any call to work outside of London. So I'm very much sort of centrally based.
And you work for two organisations. What are they called?
One of them is the GMI Partnership, and the other one is called Positive East. So they are both sort of NGOs, non-government organisations that offer counselling to people who may not be able to sort of access it in the sort of normal ways and routes that people would normally do. So it's a combination of working and volunteering in addition to my private practice.
So Andre, what type of issues do people come for counselling?
Initially, people will present with a diverse array of stories, of issues. It might be self-esteem, it might be something to do with the past, it might be lack of confidence, it might be sort of depression, it might mean it could be wrapped up in meaning, looking for meaning in life and purpose and all that sort of stuff. But what's interesting in the process is you sort of peel back the layers, of the issues in somebody's life. There seems to be a central issue about, am I good enough? Am I worthy? Exactly, am I good enough? And that's where I think I do my best work with somebody, by listening to their story, because we forget the phenomenal sort of trail we leave behind us of accomplishments, and for anyone to get to the present moment, there's always an amazing story. And I think we forget the resources we have. We forget what we know. So I help people just to sort of reconnect with that and start to sort of build up, put them back at the centre, because I think we're sort of out. That's one of the issues, is people have gone outside of their lives. They're looking at everyone else in the world thinking, how is everyone doing it? What's the secret that I'm missing?
Self-worth.
And it is, yeah, it does come back to that. So we kind of work to put them back at the centre. That is to be effectively managing their thoughts, managing their feelings, which consequentially will impact on their behaviour.
What do you feel is the benefit of having counselling for an individual?
Right. First of all, I think what I would say is that counselling is not for a type of person. I think it benefits all, and the benefits of counselling are as wide and diverse as the types of people who come to see me. The reasons why, or the benefits of counselling, I think, is basically it might be the first time someone has an opportunity to be in a room with another human being, and the sort of collective agreement is that we will sit here together, we will try and work together, and we won't judge each other. You know, and from that, the moment I think people feel that they've been heard, truly heard, without being judged, I think that allows them just to sort of stop the self-editing process. You know, because all of us come with a story, and in that story, including my own, there is shame, there is guilt, there are highs, there are lows, and to be able to share that with somebody, you know, I really feel you have to be careful who has earned the right to hear your story. Because our stories are special, and they're important to us with all, you know, with all the elements that make them up. So, yeah, I think just the ability to be able to be in a room with another person and start to share your story, and with your whole heart and your whole mind tell that story, and tell the troubles of your heart, tell the troubles of your mind, and do it knowing that you are safe and that you are being heard, and that the person opposite you, the therapist, is genuinely interested in trying as much as they can to fit into behind your eyes and look at your life and your issues from behind your eyes, rather than coming at you with a sort of a theory to sort of say, right, your anger represents that red dress your mother wore 6 years ago or something. You know, there's lots of stuff around. So I think it's the empathic, it's two human beings agreeing to be together and not judge. That's where the healing begins.
Right. With the law of attraction, I know
Yes.
that you're aware of the law of attraction, and do
Yes.
you consciously work with it in your counselling?
Do I consciously work with it? I think something like the law of attraction has to be consciously worked with throughout your life or not. It's not just something I bring into the counselling room.
Right.
And it's something that I understand as a science, as a mystery, as a philosophy, as a way of being. I mean, it's an incredible dynamic. And it's something that I've learnt over the years. I think a lot of people think if I just wake up and say, today I will be rich, and say it enough times, something magical will happen. And I don't think it works like that, because I don't know if you've heard of, there's a channel called Abraham, who
Yes.
speaks through Esther Hicks.
Yes.
And I've been intrigued, and I've listened to a lot of their stuff on the website. But what the central message is that it's about alignment, and it's about energy. So our thoughts are a process, okay, and in that process there's a sort of energetic frequency. So if I'm thinking good things, if I'm thinking positive things, if I'm looking for the best, if I'm wondering what's the lesson in this situation, rather than it's another terrible day, they're all out to get me, life is hard, another day, you know, how you think determines what comes to you. So in a way, your thoughts are attracting, and they are going to be aligned with the quality and the vibration of your thoughts. That's how it works. That's how I understand it to work.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here today, and it's great to see you.
Thank you. Glad to share.
You're watching New Spirit TV. I'm here with Andre Smith at the Tattershall Castle boat. Thank you to Brian Wood for filming this. See you next time.